I come from the United States,
Yeah.
from New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey.
Yeah, by New York. So it's quite a bit of ways here, but yeah.
What do you think about Habitat?
I think that it is a very well organized organization.
Yes.
Very flexible.
Yes.
And the goal that they have set, you know, to build a unified global village, I think is phenomenal. You know, especially here with Eddie and Ellen, you know, the owners of this home, they're actually here helping us.
Oh, okay.
And to me, that's phenomenal. You know, and they have a lot of pride after the house is done. They're going to look at what they did, you know, with the assistance of us. But it's an unbelievable cause. It's awesome. I think that people need to do this more. Malaysia, among many different countries, is not as fortunate as other westernized countries, China, Japan, you know, the United States, in building affordable housing. So this is just one more avenue to help other people that are less fortunate. It's very easy when you're working in reality and in the real world to get caught up in your everyday routine. You know, wake up, you know, we become almost robots. You know, we react to what we're supposed to be. I would say people should take time to actually be intentional. You know, this is something that you're intentional. You intend to do this work.
Yes.
It's not a reaction of everyday work. And when you get into that routine, you lose sight of what really matters in life.
Yes.
You know, because the family and the values that we're creating up here, money can't buy.
Yes. Yes.
You know, I mean, money is necessary. It's a necessity in order to grow and everything. But the balance between, you know, money and, you know, intention and reaction has to be found somewhere. Because without it, you know, people become selfish and self-absorbed. So just take a look at your own life.
I'm from San Francisco.
Yeah.
I'm from the opposite coast, Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Habitat for Humanity is just a great organization. We go and build houses for families that might not have the time or resources to do it on their own. And you know, because we're a big group, we can get stuff done pretty quick. And so yeah, that's what Habitat for Humanity is. Anything you want to add?
Sure. I mean, for me, I've only ever done it in the U.S. until now, and in the U.S., I mean, it was sort of like the whole work group goes together and we go help out in the community. But I think here, what's really cool is that you're in a totally different culture, and you get a really great experience learning about, you know, people in a very, very different place, and help out meanwhile too. So. I mean, I think specifically with this one, you know, when you have the family here because they have to work on their own home as well, and you see them like really putting a lot of time and effort into it with you, you feel really good about it in the sense that you feel like it's well-deserved charity. Like a lot of times you're very sort of skeptical as to where you're putting your time, your money, your resources, but I think that you feel like it's a very well-deserving family, and they're going to appreciate everything that you've done, and so you feel really good about the whole system with Habitat.
Right. Yeah, I have nothing to add. I mean, it's just really great working alongside them, and you know, we both have just, you know, you're working together to build it. Yeah, it's not your project, it's not their project, it's our project. This is my first time doing it. I've never done it before.
How about you?
I've done it twice in the U.S. and this is my the first time international.
Personally, I've loved my experience so far, and you know, I'll definitely be signing up for other, you know, opportunities to volunteer. And you know, for other projects, you know, hopefully we'll get a good foundation for a house to be built here, and then the next group can come and, you know, finish up the siding and roofing, and but hopefully we'll get a really good foundation for both, you know, figuratively and literally for other people to work on.
Yes. How about you?
You know what I think was really interesting? Johan, one of the guys who's on the board here, was just saying how he had taken his son to a lot of the local habitat builds.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really interesting way, I mean, first of all, to sort of teach your kids about giving back to the community, but secondly, just getting very interactive with your children too.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I mean, from that perspective, eventually when I do have a family, I think it'd be great to continue doing things like habitat with the whole group involved.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic way to travel, first of all. You feel like you are being somewhat productive, but then you also have a great opportunity to really understand a culture, right? Like, I feel like if you go sightseeing a lot...
It provides you with, like, such a great grounding of of where you are, like a sense of place.
Yes, yes.
Much more than like just your standard tourism kind of stuff.
Right.
I feel like you leave with a better understanding of what the place is.
I like Habitat a lot. I like the idea that they have the families that are receiving these buildings and receiving so much help from outside sources are actually vested in the buildings themselves. They have to actually work on the site, and they actually work with the volunteers, and they also have to pay back. I think that's very important to have a sense of ownership of the buildings. I like the fact that the projects are sustainable. They're built with indigenous materials. I think that's very important. Sustainability is very important to give people a sense of responsibility and independence. That's very important. I enjoy working on projects such as these. It gives me a good way to give back in a concrete way, and I love that. I just think that's it's so inspiring to be able to help to give back and really change people's lives and affect people's lives, make a difference. So for that, I really love the opportunity that Habitat gives me, and I'm enjoying working and bonding with the team, the Habitat team. It's really quite fun. It's a fun way to spend time. Plus, you're helping out. So it's great. Oh, it gives me an enormous sense of fulfillment. I just love the fact that I personally can give back in ways that make a huge difference. We're working with this wonderful little family here, and we're going to change their standard of living, which is fabulous. And the fact that we can help them build a home and love the home that they're in is wonderful. It's a wonderful feeling, and it's a great way to give back. Charity in the States, we're all trying to move towards the idea of sustainability, that people take ownership of their own situations and are responsible for their own actions and their own situations, their own lifestyles. So I think the wave in everywhere, it's kind of a universal trend, is to have people invest of themselves to change their own situations. For example, in this particular house situation for Habitat, we'd have the same kind of situation, I believe, in the United States. Rather than just give out free money, make people be a part of their own charity. In other words, their own situations, their own needs, make them learn how to feed their own needs and take care of themselves. The difference between Habitat, I don't think Habitat is a worldwide organization, and we have it in the United States. The philosophy is the same in or out of the United States. It doesn't really matter. So vis-a-vis Habitat, I think Habitat has a whole mission of sustainability. I don't know about other charities so much.